Hi everyone, I'm Li Jie from Masverse. Thank you for taking the time to join me today. In these sessions, we'll be covering three main topics. First will be an introduction to MasChain and overall high-level architectures of MasChain. Second will be a walkthrough of our documentations. And third will be a tour of our enterprise portal. Let's get into the main topic of today, MasChain. MasChain is a public permission layer 1 blockchain. MasChain aims to make blockchain adoption more accessible, cost-effective, and attractive to our broader users. When we are conceptualizing MasChain, we have identified three main barriers that are slowing down the adoption of blockchain in current market. First will be unpredictable costs. Imagine today, when you make a transactions and it costs you 1 ringgit, but the next month, when the token price fluctuates, it may cost you 5 ringgit. This uncertainty is not acceptable for enterprises where budget for a project are pre-allocated. Next will be tech know-how. Even for a senior Web2 developer, it still takes time for them to learn about Web3 development. This causes blockchain talents to be scarce and make adoptions for companies slower. Lastly will be high adoption costs. Not only that it requires high initial cost to build up the system, but it also requires high cost to maintain the systems, especially if you're launching your own chain. Next, I think as a developer, you might be familiar with some of the keywords here, like Solidity, Web3.js, Ganache. These are the programming languages, tools, and concepts that a developer need to learn before they can start building in Web3 developments. But what MasChain do differently here is we have created two new layers. First will be MasChain Applications Layer. Applications Layer are targeting to non-technical persons where they can just interact with a websites or systems that are powered by blockchains and immediately enjoy the benefit of blockchain. Second will be MasChain Service Layer. So these layers are targeted for developers where they are able to do all the transactions, do all the operations they did by just integrating with a RESTful API. This is the high-level architectures of MasChain. At the top of it, you can see a lot of blockchain components like consensus mechanism, node, pallet, and smart contract. But these are the complicated Web3 stuff that we are extracting away from developers that are integrating with MasChain. But let's focus on the next two elements. First will be MasChain Enterprise Portal. So for MasChain Enterprise Portal will be used by our third party or developers for registrations, billing, and subscriptions functions. Whereas for service layer will be mainly used for integrations, which is the layer of that we discussed just now, the API service layer. So first, whole service layer will also separate into modules based on their use cases and their functions. So first will be wallet management. It can be used for creating a new wallet, blockchain wallet address. It can use to read the wallet info as well as token balance. And second module that we have is token management. Token management will be equivalent to everything related to ERC20 tokens. So with this service, you are able to interact with a ERC token. You're able to creating a new token. You're able to mint the token, burn the token, transfer the token, and also read the balance. And the third module that we have is audit trail service. Audit trail service are mainly used as a general service to let you blockchains any data that you need. So for example, you can push like a list of things, you can push pure text. So all this data that you push to us, we will then save it to the blockchain. And the fourth one will be blockchain certificates. So it's equivalent to NFT or ERC721, where you are able to interact with ERC721 contract directly. So these service layers will be the main layer that we use for integrations, and everything can be done directly through the RESTful API. Let's take a loyalty point system as example to illustrate how does the flow looks like when you're integrating with MasChain. So you can see that the list of flow is illustrated here, and for the white background means that is an existing flow that you may have already in the loyalty point systems. Whereas the blue background represents the integrations that you need with MasChain. First, customer register an account at the website. So once the account registration is success, the systems can call MasChain API to create a wallet address for that specific customers. And when the customers place an order for 100 ringgit, they paid for their order, the systems receive the callback from their payment gateway and mark the order as payment success. After that, systems able to call the MasChain API to mint 100 token to the customer's wallet. This 100 token will be represent 100 credit or 100 loyalty point that you want to give to the users. And once you call the MasChain API and the transfer token or the mint token is success, the 100 token will be reflected on the customer's wallet as well as your website. So next, let's say the customers already accumulated enough loyalty point and they want to redeem for a reward. Customers choose to redeem a reward that consumes 50 points. Then from there, systems will call MasChain API to burn the 50 token from the customer's wallet. So when the burn actions is success, the systems also can trade the redemptions of the reward as success. So this illustrates that integrations and onboarding a blockchain systems, you may not need to revamp the whole systems. You can just reuse back the existing systems that you have and just add a few more API integrations. Next, with the API layer, we have solved the tech know-how issues. And lastly, we also employ a SaaS-style pricing model to address the fluctuation cost and high adoption cost issue that we addressed just now as the main barriers for blockchain adoptions. Our pricing model are different from conventional blockchain in two aspects. First will be fixed fees per transactions. Second will be tier-based. So take the example. This will be our pricing table for mint and transfer of token. So for the first 1,000 transactions is actually within our monthly free tier. So every month you will reset and you can get 1,000 free transactions. And from there, for example, the next 9,000 transactions will cost you just 10 cent RM per transactions. And the more that you do the transactions, it gets cheaper. And all the transactions pricings are listed in our documentations, and only write transactions will cost the fees. Data read API are all free of charge. So this is a very brief introduction of MasChains on our architectures and also our pricing model. Next, we can get into our documentations. From the left side, you can see that it's separated into 4 main modules. For someone that probably newer to MasChain, we suggest to go through the introductions, getting started sections first. So in the getting started, we are separated into 4 different steps. First step will be identifying services. These services means that what are the services that you need on the MasChain service layer. It can be based on your systems that you want to build and based on your use case and based on the data that you want to put on blockchain, what are the services that you might need. So take example of the loyalty point system just now. So you first service that you need will be the token management service, where you will represent loyalty point in the token format. And next service that you probably need will be wallet management service, because you will need to create a wallet address for each of your users. So these will be the 2 main systems or 2 main module that you need to subscribe to create a loyalty point system. On step 2, you will then go to our enterprise portal to create an account, link credit cards for billing purposes, and will subscribe to the services that you need. So just now we also mentioned that MasChain employ a SaaS-style pricing model. So at the end of your billing period, which is every month, we will then charge all your usage to the credit card. So on third step, after you subscribe to the services that you need, you can create an API key, which will be the main method for authentications. And the last step will be integrations. Integrations with existing systems, or you will build it from scratch for new systems. Then at the bottom of the introduction page, we have all the important links that you need. Next, we can go to services. And at the services, we are separated out into all the different modules as well, based on the breakdown that we discussed just now. So we can, let's say, we take into token management. You can see all the endpoints available on the right side. You can click on one of it. You can see all the details like the URL, the body parameter that you can pass in, and we also even included some of the sample result. So here we have all the documentations and infos that you need for your integrations. Besides that, we also have our pricings info here. So for example, the mint and transfer tokens as we go through just now, we have the list of pricing here as well. So at the last part, we also have the portal. So some of the more important actions that you need to do at portal, we also some guides to guide you through. So this will be on our documentations. So next, we can have a walkthrough of our enterprise portal. So once you log in success, this will be the dashboard that you see. Here we'll have the list of services that are available to be integrated. So for example, you can click into one of it, view more of the details, and subscribe if you think it suits your use case. And besides that, for example, I can see some of the service that I already subscribed, for example, token service. Then from here, I also can create a standard ERC20 and ERC721 contract directly from the portal as well. And you can customize based on your use case. And let's say, for example, If your use case requires a custom smart contract, you're also able to directly create from here. So you can create a project, and then from here you are able to upload your Solidity code here and some of the settings for the compilations and optimization setting. From this portal directly, you are able to not only create a standard contract, but also create a custom smart contract. Next, we also have a list of all the contracts that are created by your organizations. We have the API key, and when the API key also can customize based on the service that it can trigger. And next, we have all the billing information here as well, where you're able to see your monthly statements. So this will be all the major modules that you will need to interact with when you are integrating with MasChain. Thank you.